Hey everyone, here's a recap of the Midjourney office hours from October 2nd. Stick around after the recap if you want some more AI news, and if you can help keep this channel sponsor free, check out my Patreon in the description below. The main thing they're working on is the new image editor. David said moderation has made progress, but now they're just stuck on the UI. They're also looking at more advanced personalization again, as well as faster personalization. He said he's spending more time on a faster way of creating profiles. They're getting more people to use the feature, and he is happy about that, but it's still a small minority of users who actually have a personalized code. So that's their priority, getting more people to opt in, but he does acknowledge the frustration that an experienced user might feel. David said lots of models are being trained and they might start training a 3D model next week. Video models are still getting better. Version 7 is in the training process but hasn't successfully compiled yet. David said that lots of individual features have been solved, but there's lots of questions still remaining around the speed and the cost of the model. He said version 7 is challenging in terms of technical debt and a riskier change with regards to the model structure. They're preparing to release a feature to explore demographics and will probably write up a nice blog post as well. They have secret projects going on that they're gearing up for, and maybe that's taking some of their productivity. He said they're also debating between folder groups and tags in terms of organization on the website. If you like the art in this video, here is the prompt. Surreal, subject, gothic horror, 80s style comics, neon darkness. I use Stylize 60, 100, and 150 as well as Chaos 3. Special thanks to 321 All Good. I found this prompt over on the Midjourney website. If you want a better look at some of my pictures and prompts, you can follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at FutureTechPilot. Now on to some more future tech news. When Midjourney finally releases their 3D feature, I think it will look something like this. So this is from Luma Labs actually. You have your 2D scene, but then you're able to zoom out and spin around and take a look at the entire scene. Now it loses a lot of detail the farther you go, but I think Midjourney's idea is that the AI will continue to render the scene wherever you look. Like here's a guy in a warehouse, and then we can see the rest of the warehouse. Now these scenes were all created with real footage, but again, I think Midjourney will be able to turn your 2D images into some sort of 360 view like this. And take a look at this future technology. It's a golf simulator that lets you hit your drive, but then the screen raises and you're able to walk onto the green to make your putt. And apparently they shine a little light to where your ball was gonna land. You place your ball down and you finish the hole. Like that is so cool. That is such a fun use of some advanced technology. Pika Labs came out with a new video model and look how realistic this is. There's a bunch of automatic effects you can apply to the video, and one of them is that cake transformation. But this is just mind-blowing how good AI is getting and how fast it's getting there. If you saw AI videos 6 months ago, you might think it would never be worthy of actual commercial use. But yet, these companies keep improving their models, and it's just such a wild ride to witness. NVIDIA just announced a new open source model to rival GPT-4, and one comment rightfully pointed out that this company, above all else, would benefit from a giant open source model. They'll create an AI that you can use at home, but you'll probably need their GPUs to run it. Even though powerful open source models present a lot of real danger, I think this is a pretty smart business model. What do you think about this meme? Referring to AI models as just math or matrix multiplication is as uselessly reductive as referring to tigers as just biology or biochemical reactions. I think it's good to be skeptical of AI. I also think it's good to be fearful and careful with AI. So to see each side go back and forth with their comedic jabs, I think that's a good thing. And I do find myself agreeing with both sides because it is just math at the end of the day, but this math, it's so capable, it's so brilliant, and it's so transformative that I think we really do need to respect it as much as we respect other species. Other powerful and dangerous species. Just because something is dangerous doesn't mean it's evil, by the way. So when I refer to AI as being dangerous, I'm not saying it needs to be shut down or that it's a net negative. I'm just saying we have to keep our eyes on it, because let loose. If you let a tiger loose in a city, it's going to cause problems. If you let AI get loose or in the hands of people with bad intentions, there will be a lot of problems that need to be solved. Okay, I really wanted to show you this video of a cat because I couldn't believe it when I saw it. The cat looks around and then starts eating with two hands. Now, is this an AI video? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this really happened. But I guess I have to admit, I don't know. Do you think that's a real video? Or have you ever seen a cat do that before? I don't know. Check out this person's post about ChatGPT. It's from Neither Tomorrow 238. They say, I use GPT for so much in my life. I talk through any problems I have, and even just sharing them makes it much better than keeping it in. It really does feel like I'm sharing them with a real person. Not only that, but GPT will never judge me. I can tell it anything I am worried about, and it will always be supportive. I need that. That's pretty heavy. That is a pretty powerful connection that OpenAI has built with its customer base. Is that too powerful? Is it good to have your customers rely on you to that extent? Mentally rely on you to that extent? Have you felt the same way that this person does? They finish by saying, I am extremely reliant on it. I would struggle massively without it now. That to me is a definite potential problem. Granted, it's not exclusive to AI. Any technology you rely on, you're going to struggle without. Could any of you live without the internet? Hyperbolically, no, it would be really tough. I know that as soon as GPS came to cell phones, I had a way worse sense of direction while driving, simply because I didn't need to have it myself anymore. If I had my phone with me, I could figure out where I was going and I didn't need to store the memories of how to get to certain places. Is that a good thing? I don't know, but it was reality. What's a technology that you've become reliant on? Like spell check, I know, is a pretty famous one. How many people have gave up the urge to spell everything correctly just because there's a program on every computer that can help you correct yourself? This post is kind of funny. This person said they told the GPT preview its ideas sucked, then it thought about not using profanity in its response. At the bottom here, GPT's thought process said choosing respectful language. Striving to maintain a positive atmosphere by using respectful terms, avoiding profanity or slurs unless absolutely necessary. Now, I know these thought processes aren't exactly what the bot was going through when it came up with its answer, but it's still funny to see it phrase it like that. It's not a backhanded compliment, but it's like a backhanded threat. It's like, I thought about using profanity, but I know I shouldn't. Is this what it would be like if you could see the thought process of other humans? Could you see them consciously avoiding insulting you? Would you want to know that someone was censoring themselves in that way? Everybody enjoys when other people are polite to them, but would you want to know if someone else is only being polite because they had to force themselves not to be rude? I don't know. It just seems like a funny interaction that maybe you don't actually want to know the thought process behind an interaction. This one's a little more intense. The Tokyo government launches AI dating app to match couples and boost births. I gotta say, I didn't see this one coming, at least not from a government perspective, but maybe that makes sense. And then there's one interesting comment. At least the government has an incentive for people to actually meet each other, unlike the companies running dating apps. That is probably a good point, that an AI dating app from the government is probably going to be very, what's the word? Pragmatic? No, it's going to be very utilitarian. It's going to try to get the job done. It's not going to maximize engagement and try to keep you on the platform for long. It seems like it would really want you to never use the app ever again. And I think AI used in that kind of scenario, not specifically with dating, but just to get a job done, I think we could see some powerful transformations of society in those specific scenarios. That's all I have for you today. Hope you're doing well, take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.